Hey everyone, it's a little newbie here. Thank you so much for joining us on the second day of the first Mint Fest. So many great presentations ahead, and of course, the party, the metaverse party at the end of the day today. But for now, I am very excited to introduce you guys to the next presenters for the fest. It is a website that we all know and love, and it truly is one of the OG websites in the NFT community. Like this was one of the websites that I definitely went on when I first started in Top Shot, CryptoSlam. So to introduce CryptoSlam and to talk more about it, I have here the CEO and founder of CryptoSlam, Randy, and the chief blockchain officer of CryptoSlam, Johann. And they also have a lot of great giveaways of really cool OG NFTs that's going to happen in the presentation. So definitely stay tuned for that. Roham and Randy, please. Johann and Randy, please take the stage.
Oh yeah, I wish I was Roham. Yeah. Thanks, Jelen and hey, Randy. You happy to be on here? I know you're a big fan of First Mint Fest, huh? Or First Mint.
I am. I've been waiting to get on the First Mint ever since I first saw it. You know, I'm just a big fan, and it's like I'm finally here. I don't see LG, but you know, it's just as awesome to be with everybody here. And Johann, like you and I've been trying to, I don't know if you guys know this about Johann, but he is an OG as far as a legendary podcast, NFT Hype, which has been around. When did that start, Johann?
Yeah, definitely early last year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you've been interviewing people for a long time. It's probably the first time you've been on as a guest, though, I would imagine.
Yeah, one of the first few times. Yeah. And even before I did some EOS Go stuff at the EOS chain. Yeah. So
as a little backdrop, we have just in full disclosure, we have no presentation today. Well, we decided when we talked about it, it's like, all right, we're going to be on the First Mint, and Johann and I were going to come on, have some fun, and it's like, wouldn't it be fun just to give stuff away? Because we've been in this industry from the beginning, which may not seem like a long time, I guess, but in NFT years, it is, because it started in 2018 when I bought my first NFT. When was your first one, Johann?
Yeah, it wasn't that early, Randy. I think it was early last in the 2020. So, but I definitely went full straight in and obsessed about it, and used your website to our website now to basically figure out that the mints that I was buying wasn't the actual mints that I was supposed to be buying. So thank you for that. I think you're the one that threw mints out there, you know. And,
yeah, so Johann's talking about like mint numbers, which now it seems pretty standard. Like, what is the serial number, I guess, of a LeBron James Cosmic compared to the next LeBron James Cosmic? And there's what, 49 of those, or I can't remember anymore, 59, whatever it is. There's a number assigned to them. Well, in the beginning, even I think it would have been what, Garbage Pail Kids on Wax, maybe, would have been one of the first ones you got into. None of the projects were including that mint number or that serial number on the blockchain data. And now it seems fairly standard for, it depends on the project, but definitely on Wax and Top Shot for sure. A lot of the projects, they'll include that on there. And anyway, so what we did was, well, you want to tell the story about Garbage Pail Kids, I guess?
Yeah, so I definitely knew I wanted to get into NFTs, and I knew I wanted to buy these. And I knew I wanted to buy Atom Bombs because those were the blue chip of the series, and he's one of the most popular characters. So anytime one came on the market, I'd just buy them. And then I had all these NFTs, and then CryptoSlam listed Garbage Pail Kids, and everyone in my little group there were like, oh, there's mint numbers now. We got to think about mint numbers.
Yeah, not every Atom Bomb's created equal, right? Even though
but it was mind blowing. At the time, it was like, okay, this total, and there was this whole period of time, Randy, I don't know, but we were all trying to wrap our heads around it being on the one Atom Bomb being on the chain before another Atom Bomb, right? And that was something that you kind of introduced.
Yeah, what was interesting was I was sitting on that data for a week or two before it got released, and I'm like, there are atom bombs. We'll use atom bomb as an example that are listed on the market that, it may have been a number 1 mint or a number 2 mint, number 3 mint. And they are listed for the same price or a cheaper price as all of these other late mint atom bombs because nobody knew at the time. And not to mention, Evil Eddie and all these other garbage pail kids that now carry a significant premium. And I'm sitting on it. And I'm a collector, by the way. I don't know if we talked about that much yet, but I love NFTs. I was buying these things. But I'm like, I could go and I know what all the number 1s are and number 2s and 3s, and nobody else does because no one's tracking this yet. If anybody ever cares about this someday, I could buy all these up. And I was just sitting on it. And then I'm like, Randy, it's tempting as it is. Everybody could hate you if you do that because now I'm going to own all of them. And it's like, they're going to hate you. They're going to hate CryptoSlam. So I didn't do it. I didn't, so I didn't buy any up, but what I did do is I had some good ones that were on the market. And I'm like, maybe I want to take mine off. And I still own some of them. I took my good ones off the market so they wouldn't get schnurfed up, by people looking for deals after mint numbers became a big deal.
Well, I mean, I don't even think I can relate to that time anymore. And that was only a year and a little bit more ago.
That's crazy.
When
people
didn't even
like June or May 2020.
Yeah.
It was like probably the first big project on Wax would have been Garbage Pail Kids, if I remember right. And CryptoSlam was, I'm a baseball guy. I got my Royal shirt on. Johann, I'm pretty sure that's Blue Jays, right? Yep. So excited to see that. There's a rivalry there. Going back to 2015 when
we should have won the World Series. Yeah.
Yeah, when the Royals beat the Blue Jays to advance. Was that 2015? We were in 2014 also. 1 year we beat the Orioles. 1 year we beat the I can't remember anymore, the Blue Jays, but
yeah, it was I think it's 2015.
Anyway, happy to see that. But so 2020, and what were we talking about? Yeah, Wax. That Garbage Pail Kids was the first big project on Wax, and it was produced by a company called Topps. If you're a collector, you definitely know who Topps is. And I was like, wow, if they're producing Garbage Pail Kids, someday soon, Topps baseball cards may be on the blockchain. And so, the one developer I had with me at the time on CryptoSlam, it's like, hey, we need to be tracking Wax. So we got to work, and that was what started CryptoSlam being multi-chain. Soon we knew Top Shot was coming out too. So we were super early into Top Shot. In fact, the first ones that started last June already when we started, in helping them beta test and get flow tracking ready. So,
hey, Randy, back to mint numbers there.
Yeah.
You started collecting MLB Champions.
Yes.
Did those have mint numbers associated with them?
They did not. They did not. But what we did on CryptoSlam, and I guess this is a good segue with when to talk about, well, why does CryptoSlam even exist? Like, how did it start? I've collected baseball cards since I was probably 6 years old, which is quite a while now, and I still do as an adult. And I got into NFTs because I ran into some article in 2018 about, basically baseball cards on the blockchain is how I read it. And it was MLB Champions. And I was sold immediately. Nobody needed to teach me the merits of ERC 721 and blockchain technology. And I got it instantly. So it's like, I'm in, how the heck do I buy Ethereum and figure out MetaMask and let's do this. So I went in and I bought all kinds of stuff. And, probably have at present time, probably the number 2 2018 MLB Champions collection, which is either someday is going to be worth a lot of money or it may be worth zero. I don't know. Time will tell. Or somewhere in between. I don't know. But either way, I'm a collector. I care, but I don't care because I enjoy that. So I got in as a collector, and at that time on the blockchain, all this data is out there, right? But nobody was really organizing it. And I was that kid that would show up. Did you have trapper keepers like in Canada? You know what I'm talking about, Johann? Like you go to school and you've got like your homework organized in this trapper keeper, and it's got like the 3 rings and you're supposed to.
Yeah.
So I was that weird kid that would show up with 9 pocket sleeves of baseball cards to class that I would trade with my buddies, while we were supposed to be doing other stuff. So I've been doing this all my life, and I love to organize it. And back to MLB Champions, nobody was organizing everything. There were so many more Mookie Betts minted compared to Royals players. And there were so many more Dodgers. There's a ton of Clayton Kershaws out there, a decent amount of Trouts. Like I used to have all these population numbers memorized. I don't anymore. But no one knew like these rarities, these scarcities of the players. Not to mention the traits. Sometimes Mike Trout, he's holding a gold bat. Other time he's holding a wooden bat, or he's wearing a glove, or he's in a batter runner stance, and all these crazy stuff. That honestly, that project, it is dead at this point, I guess, because they're not minting it anymore. But it was so far ahead of its time as far as like rarities and being auto-generated, and these things were tied to live baseball games. Like the reason why there are so many more Dodgers and who else? Red Sox minted was because they went into the playoffs, and anytime your team won, if you had that game card out there, you would get minted, these random players, and you might get lucky and get one with, a good player or someone with a rare attribute. And that's what determined the how many were minted. Well, nobody was keeping track of that because the teams like the Royals that weren't doing very well at that time, they weren't winning very often. So there weren't very many of those minted.
Okay.
So me as a collector, I'm like, wow, this is just fascinating, because there was not an even distribution of rarities or even players. So somebody needs to report on that. So I went and I built CrypToSlam as a way of just at a minimum organizing it for myself. So I wanted to organize it and just see what was out there and pick up deals on the market. And then it was like, well, I wonder if anybody else cares about this too. We put it out there in the community of people that were into it at the time. They were like, hey, we kind of like this. This doesn't suck, So I kept on building it. And this is early 2019. And, I guess the rest is history. We really haven't stopped since then.
Yeah, so you started off wanting to build the Trapper Keeper for MLB Champions, and that's where we should use that as a tagline, eh, Randy?
Yeah, it's like I wanted to sort MLB Champions, and now I want CrypToSlam to help sort any NFT that anybody cares about, regardless of blockchain. And it's a daunting task. And thanks to awesome people like you that have come on board, we're doing a much better job of it. It's not a perfect job, but we're getting close. And yeah, that's kind of our mission, is to organize that for everybody and adapt with the market, grow with the market. And no matter what blockchain, no matter what project, definitely some of these I care about more than others, even though they're all fascinating in their own way. But yeah, if it's interesting to people, we want to track it.
Speaking of which, a year ago this time, I remember looking at CrypToSlam. I think there was maybe 3 or 4 projects, or not this time, but prior to the summer. So April, May, this time last year.
Yeah,
I think there was
what else
4.
would we have tracked though? There wasn't. You look at the explosion that happened. I guess So Rare was out there. We were tracking that. We weren't tracking Axie Infinity yet. They had some good early adoption. CryptoPunks didn't come on until October. I'm like punching myself to this day, because I saw the upward trend in CryptoPunks once we started tracking it, when the floor price was going for like 3K to 4K to 5K. And I was like, well, hey, Randy, maybe you should get into punks and buy some of those. I never did. But anyway, so we started tracking that, and yeah, just started incrementally adding them. As NFTs blew up, there was just more and more to track. I really wanted to focus on the sports ones because that's where my passion was. We wanted to do a really good job with Top Shot, which was a lot of fun and So Rare, and then eventually led into all kinds of other stuff that we're tracking.
Yeah, I think the mint number thing has just caught on like wildfire, and that's just the way the industry is, right? Like ideas catch wildfire. Like right now it's profile pictures, and next it'll be the other thing that catches wildfire. It's been I'm really honored to just kind of take this journey with some like you, who's sort of pioneered this trail there. So
Thanks, Johan. That's awesome. You know, it's couldn't be doing this without awesome people like you on board. I guess speaking of which, maybe that's a good segue. We're hiring, by the way. If there's somebody out there listening with the first Mint Fest and you're like, man, I'm dying to get into the industry. I've got some talent, but I don't really know what opportunities are out there. We're definitely team building. We need devs, PR, marketing, content, just all that stuff. And as we grow, we'll add on at, whatever order, I guess it makes sense. But we definitely, want to get to know people now, whether there's a good time now to join CryptoSlam, whether it's tomorrow or maybe it's 6 months down the road. I don't know. We just love to hear from people that are just itching to get into the industry, data analysts too. Like if you're a data nerd and you like to nerd out on some of the deep stuff that's available on CryptoSlam. Am I sharing yet, by the way? I just tried to share.
Yeah, it came up.
Yeah, so you can see on CryptoSlam, like if you are a power user of CryptoSlam and you like, what could we look at? Axie Infinity is fun to look at. If you're somebody that goes in here and analyzes these trends that have happened, this hockey stick is just beautiful. Look at when they started, and they were plugging away, and they launched Ronin. When was that, Johan? Right around in here, maybe, when they switched Ethereum to Ronin. I don't know how well we can see.
Just recently, yeah.
Try to zoom in. Then we started tracking them on CryptoSlam right about what here?
Mm-hmm.
I think mid-June we finally got Ronin tracking going, which was fun, and then now you just have that explosion. There's all these stories that can be told with this aggregate data on CryptoSlam. I don't know if you're somebody like that would like to help us report on that. I know there's plenty of other outlets in the industry that like to use our data, and we could use help them tell the story by pulling the data out.
Hey, Randy, stay on there for a second.
Yeah.
Go all the way down to the unique buyers. Look how that has exploded.
Yeah. So that's this column right here. Axie this is Ronin, by the way, if you're not familiar, is a side chain of Ethereum. Is that how we describe it, Johan? Is that
Yeah, I guess you could use that word.
Yeah. And so they launched in March. And yeah, so the fact that users don't have to pay gas fees, or at least that their material gas fees like you struggle with on Ethereum, has allowed them to explode. They're definitely a big hit with the play to earn community, and they had 215,000 unique buyers, it looks like, in July. And this is month to date, so 46K so far in August. That's
Crazy.
one of like a bazillion stories that can be told by digging into CryptoSlam data. I like looking at the top sales, seeing what's hot today. Look at this, a punk sold for 1,000 ETH again yesterday, a zombie. Just all these stories, like mainstream cares about this kind of stuff. That makes the news when somebody buys an NFT for 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Anyway, we could use help with that kind of stuff. We're just building away, Johan and I, every day, every morning. We meet, we talk, and it's like, what are we going to do today to help bring more data in and get it to spit out on a website in a way that people care about.
Yeah. Let's talk about. So there's a couple things, Randy. I think I would surprise you talking about it. Maybe you don't. You're not prepared, but what's your favorite project on here? Oh,
that's easy. That's easy.
MLB Champions.
It's yeah. I don't know. I like MLB Champions. I'm a baseball guy. I like Topps MLB. Of course, I love Top Shot. I have mad respect for CryptoPunks and Bored Ape and some of the fun avatar projects. Stoner Cats, with what they're doing, tying utility to it, I like. big respect for So Rare. I'm not a soccer guy, but just seeing what they've done, if you look like their consistency on the leaderboard, from, for a while now, it's that they've been plugging away, and soon I think they're going to expand beyond just soccer. Just got a lot of respect there. But I guess those are my favorite. Crypto Twerps I love that on Wax. I'm not as big into Garbage Pail Kids as you are. Is that your favorite? What's your answer?
I would say that's one of my favorites. Yeah, but I honestly like a lot of them.
What's your favorite then?
I don't know. That would be like, where do I have the biggest bags? But then I don't really want to go there. I like ones that I don't have stuff in too, right? Like they're doing such a great job, and I just have one NFT or two NFTs. I can't pick one. I don't think I could pick one.
You're a lot of Alien Worlds, right?
I like Alien Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Alien Worlds.
They have a good story. Wax really took off in April, driven largely by them, and I think piggybacked. But what Our Planet right after that had a lot of growth, in May, and still
Tops
a lot of
MLB was there too.
Yeah, Tops MLB in April for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, you bringing up those charts really just kind of tells a story of the industry in aggregate, right? It's insane. I wonder if maybe we can add some more of that stuff to the website soon. Hint, hint.
Yeah, for sure. We've got a lot of data. A lot of it is on the website in a way that we hope people enjoy and use. We know a lot of it's buried, and we need to get it out. There's all kinds of upgrades coming that in due time will get out there. I wish they were out there 3 months ago, but we're speeding up. It's the industry's exploded. We got investment. That was fun, right? Mark Cuban, Ashton Kutcher, Guy Ossiri, Jay Rosenzweig, others. We got some good early funding in, which helped us to build that team to where we can really execute on a lot of this stuff, and again continue to grow into the future. But yeah, so we got all kinds of features coming out. We're just going to incrementally build them on once we think that they don't stink. We want to stand behind the numbers and the features before we throw them out. And when we enable something too, look at this. We need to cap this homepage at 100 at some point, and we talk about that too. But we got 149 projects now. This is going to be like 1,000 before we know it. So anytime we add a new feature, it'll apply to everything. And there's just a lot of fun stuff. Some of it we've been building since January. That's not really out yet. Others we've been building for a couple weeks, and really everything in between. Just stay tuned to CryptoSlam, and we'll release it as we're done. We had a release today where we put new stuff in. We try to put stuff out at least once a week.
I noticed there was a BSC project on there, Bunks.
Yeah, we had to get initial support. Where was Bunks? We may not have much volume yet, or at least today. Yeah, support Binance Smart Chain. We've got Polygon. You'll see Zed run there now. You're going to see a lot more from Polygon, a lot more from Binance. You're going to see other icons. What's coming up, Johan? Help me out here. Theta? Coming up
possibly, soon? Yeah, there, and we'll leave it up to surprise, I guess. But definitely more coming.
Yeah. If people care about it, though, you will see that icon on here. And I love watching these blockchain wars of, Ethereum and all these avatar projects are hot right now. It was fun to see Punks overtake Axie Infinity briefly over the weekend. That was a fun run up, but Axie is, super hot right now. And, of course, NBA Top Shot had an outstanding run, and I'm sure they'll be back up there soon as they head into their next season. So it's just fun to watch these things go up and down.
It is fun, and honestly, I look at it every day. Not just because I work for CryptoSlam, but because I want to. I like to see what's hot, what's coming up. What I'm a trader too. I like to trade these things. They're fun, and just coming here just tells me exactly what's moving, what's hot. So that's how I use it.
What are we going to give away? I'm looking at the timer. We're running out of time here. 3.5 minutes. We better move on this. What do we give away?
I don't know, MLB Champions or GTK. We can do that.
So MLB Champions. These are going to cost gas. I don't know what gas is today. So what We'll give away like 20 of those. So let's do this. So what do they need to do? They need to go to our Discord in the first Mint Fest, right?
Yeah.
And they need to post their Ethereum address. And I want to know, like, what's your favorite team? If you've got a favorite player and somebody that isn't that good, I'm not going to give away Mike Trout, Ohtani. Those are mine. Sorry. But if they're like, a mid-level player or, a common that you happen to like, chances are that increases your chances of getting them. So go to our Discord as soon as we're done talking. I think Johann's going to say go in the Discord. Throw your Ethereum address down there, and someone's going to help pick like 20 of those. Give us like at most 24 hours, hopefully a lot sooner, and then we'll distribute 20 MLB champions.
Right.
What
We
else?
got
You get 2
a
minutes.
ton of people already listing their addresses already, whatever. And that's awesome. And I'll give away some GPK and some other, if you guys want any Street Fighter, I got that as well too on wax.
How many are we giving away there?
I don't know. I can give away 20. I'll match you 20 GPK and some Street Fighter
Okay.
as well.
All right. Here's the thing. I bought a ton of Tiger King. They're called exotic, GPK exotic, and I'm sitting on these packs. They're fun to open. I don't need any more of these, so I'm going to give away a ton of those.
Awesome.
So I'm going to get, and these aren't super expensive, but there's some value there, and they're fun to open. What are they worth? Maybe a standard pack, $5-10 a piece. So I'm going to give away 50 of those. So,
so don't forget to put your wax address too. I see a lot of Ethereum addresses.
Wow.
Yeah,
50
so
of
wax
them.
address, we're going to give away 50 of those. I'm sitting on like 300 or 400 of these things that I bought. I wanted to flip them, and I think I got my money back at the time. So I'm in the black. I'm not losing money on this. So we're going to give away 50 of those as well if we can get some help afterwards with the drawing.
Absolutely. Well, if you guys did not hear that, they're giving away a bunch of really, really fun and cool stuff. So that's going to be on the First Mint Fest CryptoSlam channel. All you need to do is drop your ETH Addy in there, and then they're going to do a drawing and wax. ETH and wax Addy, I guess. And they're going to do a drawing for all those giveaways. That's definitely a ton of giveaways. Well, thank you so much, Johann. I'm trying to get your name right this time. Johann and Randy. Like, combining your names just gives me Roham for some reason.
Yeah, that's funny.
But thank you so much. It's such an honor to have you here. It's always nice to know the history and the people behind these platforms. So that's amazing. Oh, I forgot to turn on my camera. Sorry, you guys are looking at my black screen. But again, thank you so much. And also, by the way, they are hiring at CryptoSlam. So if you guys are ever interested into getting into the NFT space, definitely slide into the DMs of Randy and Johann right here and just, pitch what you have to offer, and maybe you'll get a job there someday. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, and see you later.
Thank you for having us on.
Thank you. Bye.